1 minute. Please let me complete now. You've given the facts. Now here's some facts. They did not go in the first 24, 48 or 72 hours, I repeat.
Yes.
And you know that I'm right.
No. I gave you those facts myself in my question.
When they were not allowed to go in, they did not create a ruckus in Parliament.
Now let me correct you again. Now let me correct you again. Let me correct you again. You check the facts and call the Congress spokespersons and local leaders and ask yourself whether your leader of the opposition and Congress leader by the name of Jamna Devi did a big sit-in before the Shivraj Singh Chauhan's official residence against the delegation being denied entry. So on all facts, sir, you are not answering my question.
That's a different issue.
What's a different issue, sir? What's a different issue? Now,
After 5-6 days they went.
Okay.
They were denied.
Anyway, let's go back to Kishtwar.
The PCC president raised the issue. That's pure democracy.
Let's go back to Kishtwar.
What you are seeing today is Mr. Jaitley boards a flight less than 24 hours. 12 hours or 18 hours.
No. Nirmala Sitharaman, you respond. Nirmala Sitharaman, respond to Kamal Farooqui.
There is no analogy.
Respond to Kamal Farooqui. Okay, I take your. Respond to Kamal Farooqui, who said Arun Jaitley started talking about it in religious terms. Arun Jaitley made the first reference to communities, etc. Mr. Kamal Farooqui threw the ball in your court. Respond to him.
Absolutely untrue. Even on that day. No, that's absolutely untrue. Arnab, just allow me, because everyone has said something or the other against BJP. I need to correct some of the facts. The PDP spokesperson says that it is a problem between two communities. Why bring in Pakistan? Pakistani flags were seen by everybody through the media. What is he trying to cover up for? Is he working for Pakistani interests, or is he talking about
1 minute. He wants to respond to you. No, he wants to respond to you.
Sorry. Please, I want him to be very clear not to say such a thing. Pakistani flags were seen there. That's one thing. Second.
No, let him respond to that and I'll come back to you. Let him respond to this point. Let him respond to this point and come back to you.
No, I seem to be waiting to respond.
No, I'll come back to you.
I seem to be waiting
I just want him to respond to point one. That's all.
Me down. Very well.
I want him to respond to point one. I'll come back to you for point two. Yes, I will. I will come to you for point two and three. I just want a response to point one.
One line more.
Very humbly.
NC and the Congress are in alliance there.
I think that's
they are defending each other. Samajwadi Party is also supportive of the UPA. They are also supportive of... I'll keep quiet if the gentleman wants to keep talking simultaneously.
Okay.
Having said that a Pakistani flag was seen and not being seen by the PDP representative, it's outrageous.
Arnab, I'm so sorry. I thought we'd come here to discuss Jammu and Kashmir and the spilling of blood there and the politics being played by the two major parties. I don't think that's correct. Madam Sitharaman, very respectfully, ma'am, I think, are you forgetting that the BJP legislators who took money, who are now enacting to be as enemies, have actually changed money and voted for each other? There are two elections to prove that point.
You talk about
the
Kishtwar,
Telangana opposition by Omar Abdullah on a tweet.
Talk about Kishtwar.
And the cue taken by the BJP to ask for a greater Jammu. Are they not linked? So isn't this a charade? Aren't they posing as two enemies and actually have joined hands, all aimed at future elections, all aimed at trying to get votes from
is there an attempt to is there an attempt, we have to ask the broader question.
Local issue.
What's it? Yes, Mr. Ratanpuri. Mr. Ratanpuri.
Yes.
Didn't you see the Pakistani
Ratanpuri, Mr.
Ratanpuri. Please. I have been informed by public representatives that there were no Pakistani flags. We have Islamic flags, green flags with crescent and star. The similar is Pakistani flag. The difference is that the Pakistani flag has 1/4 of it white colored. This is the precedent in Jammu and Kashmir and elsewhere. The mosques have this Islamic flag, green flag with crescent and star. Everywhere in India also, in rest of the India and in Jammu and Kashmir, when people go for prayers, Eid prayers, particularly in the Chenab Valley, they leave their homes in small groups carrying those flags. They have been mistaken for Pakistani flags. Pakistani flag is different by having 1/4 white band.
Okay, fine.
But Islamic flag is just green flag with crescent star. You can check it. I have been told.
What is the bigger issue? What is the bigger issue? One sec. Kamal Farooqui, I want to go back to you because I don't think that question was answered. The question is advantages of raising Gujarat in the context of Kishtwar. Now, Mr. Kamal Farooqi, I don't know, you're backing Omar Abdullah on raising of Gujarat, and you're also backing Farooq Abdullah on raising of Gujarat, Mr. Farooqi. You are not asking whether Omar Abdullah and Farooq Abdullah were both very much part of the NDA BJP-led government in 2002, and Omar Abdullah only did a cosmetic exercise of offering to resign and then happily continued for one more year as a minister. So I don't understand, Mr. Farooqi, why you are so enthusiastically picking up and supporting the raising of Gujarat in the context of what has happened, and whether or not, Mr. Farooqi, you are doing it to also provide a covering fire. Are you doing it, Mr. Farooqi, to provide covering fire for Omar Abdullah's government, which did not heed intelligence warnings, which completely failed to act?
First of all, Mr. Arnab Goswami, I never said this what you are saying. Don't put the words into my mouth. I never tried to compare Gujarat and everything. I only raised an issue what Mr. Arun Jaitley has said, and that is on record. You can check your record that he has referred to the communities, major parties. I am saying only this. Number one. Number two, I have said as a matter to control by the state. Always it is there that the politicians and the religious people are not allowed to visit the site of the communal flare-up. This is a normal thing. If the delegation of BJP is not allowed, don't read too much out of it. Rather, we must give a time to the Chief Minister to control the whole thing. Please understand, Jammu and Kashmir is a very, very sensitive state. Don't try to play with it.
Now,
and I'm not trying to compare it with Gujarat at all. I have never said it. Don't put the words into my mouth.
No, then Kamal Farooqi ji, will you condemn Omar Abdullah, the Chief Minister, for having
raised Mr. Dr. Singhvi coming.
Comparing Gujarat with what is happening in
Dr. Singhvi. No.
Will you please tell him, will you condemn that?
No, 1 second. I want to go back to Dr. Singhvi. Dr. Singhvi, I know you have to go. Can I ask you something? 1 second. Dr. Singhvi, you talk about action and inaction. In this particular case, Dr. Singhvi, is it true? Is it true that the centre took more than 10 hours to get the army to step in? That the first incident was reported about 9:30 a.m. on August 9th, and it wasn't until 8 p.m. that the army stepped in? Why was there this big gap?
Look, Arnab, I think it's dangerous to speculate on these things on TV. All of it, what you are saying, is even on your own showing happening in a day. Now, whether it was 4 hours, 6 hours or 8 hours, I think we must wait for a factual inquiry which can be done by a judicial element, a neutral judicial element. Let me ask you, at the most, the army could not have come in less than 6 hours. According to your showing, it took 8 to 9 hours.
Dr. Singhvi,
every administration is entitled and obliged to use the police first. But I am prepared to go to this extent to say that if there was a delay, the operational reason for the delay must be found out. I am not at all running away from that.
Then why do you allow a union minister? No, why do you allow a union minister? Which Congress leader in Parliament? Which Congress leader in Parliament? Dr. Singhvi, which Congress leader in Parliament condemned Farooq Abdullah's comment?
All the political
Name one leader
on your panel. Now, Arnab, please let me first complete my sentence and answer your second question. Don't put your second question while
I've asked only one.
What you are saying about 8 hours of the army is a far cry from every political party on your panel today saying all of us want to have competitive populism and political expediency, and all of us want to land up within 12 hours into Kishtwar. You answer that. Is that fair? And the administration must exclude us all. Indeed, all of us must say ourselves that we'll go on day 5 and we'll go all over the state, including Kishtwar, but we will not go on day 1, 2 and 3.
Please or not.
That's responsible
in this country of ours, Dr. Singhvi, in this country of ours, I want to ask you, in this country of ours, you say things are dangerous. I want to ask you one thing, Dr. Singhvi. How dangerous is it, Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, in your considered opinion? 1 second, Nirmala, let me ask the question. How dangerous is it for Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, in your considered opinion, for a union minister and a chief minister to quote the case of another case of communal riots, to defend their own inaction in one case of communal riots? And when your union minister stood up and said that, why did the leader of the house not stop him and say you cannot raise one riot to justify inaction in another? That's politicizing it. Why didn't you?
Arnab, now your question is over. First of all, I have already answered that question twice.